Hi, and welcome to this realestate.co webcast covering the property report, New Zealand property report for the month of October. This section covers the North Island of the country, and wanted just to go a little bit deeper into some of the regional trends and information about the North Island. Separately, you can see a separate vidcast on the South Island and the national picture. So the North Island obviously dominated by Auckland. And the picture in the Auckland market is, I guess, pretty steady. The level of inventory is sitting somewhat above the long-term average, 39 weeks compared to 33. The asking price has gone up again in Auckland as it did across the whole country. So there's still an expectation and a confidence with sellers in that market. Now, across the rest of the North Island, some interesting peaks, as it were, on all-time records. Turning to the other major city, obviously Wellington. Wellington is a city which traditionally has quite a stable and low inventory level. That is still the case for Wellington, although it's crept up this month to 29 weeks. So we're starting to see some inventory build in the Wellington market. But what is the most important or interesting figure is the asking price expectation in Wellington has risen to a peak we hadn't seen for 3 years. So what we're seeing there is a good number of new listings coming on. The sales are, as typified across the country, slow, but the confidence and expectation seems to be in the Wellington region. So an interesting high there for Wellington. The two other regions of note in the country overall are the Coromandel and Northland. Obviously traditionally made up of a mix of properties, but with a weighting, particularly in the Coromandel, to holiday vacation properties and somewhat in the North Island or Northland as well. And both of those areas have reached significant highs in terms of inventory. The Coromandel, for example, is on equivalent sales 325 weeks, which seems unbelievable. Now that is factored very heavily by some very, very slow winter sales, which are the factor that drives the calculation of number of weeks. So overall, the high of inventory in the Coromandel and Northland would be a concern there. Property is still coming onto those markets quite strongly. The Waikato also holding a high level of inventory. 67 weeks there is a high as well. So overall, across the North Island, still a lot of inventory on the market, property coming on, albeit a bit slower, and increase in prices in most areas except for the Gisborne area where prices didn't rise, they fell in the month. So typified, I guess, as the national picture, the property market is still slow. It's still looking for the seasonal and summer activity. The property is ready on the market. It's certainly being priced at an expectation that we'll see prices hold their own or even rise if that was the expectation. So it's going to be an interesting couple of months coming into summer. We'll keep you posted by the monthly New Zealand property report available on unconditional.co.nz. It's produced at the beginning of each month, so we'll be back at the beginning of December. So join us then and take a look at the South Island video as well.